Welcome back to Life Between the Trees. Today we have some Christmas. Bought myself some stuff online, contacted RPM Factory. Today I'm going to replace the FMF pipe and the broken AXP sump guard. AXP, to be fair, have updated their design, but this is an early one and the water pump wing broke off. So yeah, broke off my one. I wasn't buying another plastic plate off them, so yeah, we've gone with this European made Motoes brand one. A bit tricky to get out, should have done this before by hand. Yeah, full alloy plate, no plastic to break, and still with a plastic skid guard underneath. So by the feel of that, should be about the same as the AXP, might be slightly heavier. The big news is inside the packaging here. I've bent my FMF pipe and straightened it. I haven't crushed it. I've had this carbon guard on. You can see it's had quite a few dust ups and whatever, and here's a little few dints behind that, but it's not bad. But as people that run a carbon guard know, that puts a lot of stress into the pipe, and it's pressed up fairly hard on the bash plate on the other side. And besides which, I saw these Motoes pipes online and I had to have one. So yeah, very, very sexy looking bit of gear. I'm not normally into bling, but my son's a Boilermaker, and when I saw the lobster back design I thought, yep, that's going on my bike. So see what it does for torque and power. I'm not actually after more power. I just want a straight pipe that I can get my sump guard on and off easily without having to remove the pipe, which is what I'm having to do now. If I want to do a service and pull the sump guard off, I've got to pull the pipe. So this should give me my clearance back again and add a bit of sexy to it. So yeah, obviously a pretty simple changeover, and we'll see where we go from there. Big thanks to RPM Factory in Australia. They're now the importer for Motoes brand gear. And yeah, if you want to get some of the Motoes gear, I had been watching these parts from Europe, but having to import them myself, I hadn't actually pulled the trigger and gone through the process. It was going to be easy enough, but yeah, I just hadn't done it. And as soon as I saw RPM Factory, I thought, let's go. So yeah, big thanks to them for taking the initiative and bringing them into the country. So as you can see here, pulling the stock pipe off. I've had a trial fit with the Motoes pipe, and I've just had to relax the rear muffler. It was sitting in a weird angle due to the old FMF pipe being bent. I've pulled the AXP plate off. You can see that broken water pump wing there missing. So I reckon probably 50 grams of weight missing or whatever. So yeah, I've weighed that with its mount, a little tiny bit of dirt on it, and you can see it's just over 1 kilo. The Motoes one is basically a twin skin design, so you've got this, looks like 4mm alloy, and the plastic glide plate on top that screws on. They give you a bunch of hardware screws, one extra tapered screw for here as well. So I've measured it as well. It's about 500 grams more than the AXP plastic one, so half a kilo. There's a little bit less weight in the Motoes pipe versus the FMF pipe. So the FMF, yes, it's dirty, it's been run, and it does have carbon inside, but there's a fair weight difference between the two, which I could feel as I picked it off the bike. So yeah, all in all, we're pretty close weight-wise back to where we were before, and yeah, just got to install it. So the Motoes pipe, you can see, or sorry, the Motoes plate, you can see has this additional mounting bar. It doesn't use the two factory mounting holes here in the frame. The AXP has done a pretty good job of looking after my frame rails. You can see the paint here has been eroded away from lots of crunching. Bike's done over 100 hours now, so it's done lots of crashing into logs and rocks and what have you. But yeah, we'll give this other plate a go, and new pipe. Sexy, sexy time. So, job is done. I think you'd agree that looks pretty sexy. As we say here in Australia, that would put a horn on a box jellyfish. Ask your dad. Yeah, no, very happy with that. Did need a little bit of massaging to get it into position. Plate went on nicely. I don't expect these decals to last very long, but they look sexy while they're there. They're going to get scarfed up and damaged, that's fine. It doesn't include a water pump wing, the same thing that was missing from the AXP. I figured, hey, I've got this far with the other one missing, should be right. So yeah, I just wanted to try out an alloy plate again, and one with a tail on it for the linkage. I don't worry too much about my pipe. If it gets damaged, I'll get another one. Very competitively priced. They're cheaper than an FMF, even though they've got that factory look. They look very expensive. They're just made in a part of Europe where obviously labour is a bit cheaper than somewhere in America. So yeah, very happy with the look of it. Give her a start up and see what she sounds like. It seems to be about the same for clearance as the FMF, so they seem to have mirrored the lines around about the same. So we'll see how it goes. Out riding tomorrow. First proper ride with friends with my new Motoes pipe and bash plate, so yeah, interesting to see the differences it makes to the bike. In the mid-range. Nice. So on that, I don't reckon I've lost any of the bottom end that I had, and I got more mid and top than I had. thoughts so far today on the pipe. Yeah, it seems to have a little bit extra pretty much everywhere in the rev range, to be honest. It's pulling cleaner off the bottom. It seems more sprightly in the mid-range and really comes alive when you let it have its head up the top end, so I'm quite impressed with it. It's not why I bought it, if I'm honest. I'm not usually someone for bling, but yeah, it definitely looks great on the bike. And yeah, for $4.99, it's cheaper than a heavy-duty sump guard. If I bend it, I'll just go and get another one. So great price, that's Aussie dollars. And accompanying Motoes sump plate with linkage guard for $190 off the RPM factory down in Melbourne, Australia. So you can order direct from Motoes, but obviously you have to pay additional freight from Europe to Australia on top of the parts. So yeah, we're getting them for a pretty good price here. Awesome day out again with the guys, just heading home now. So yeah, thanks for watching, and check out the Motoes pipes and accessories. In Australia here you can find them at the RPM factory in Melbourne. Look them up on Facebook. Cheers guys, catch you later.